The world began with a few primordial beings. First there was chaos, followed by Gaia, the earth, and finally Eros, the god of love. From Gaia came Uranus, the sky, who created the Titans with her. Uranus did not like his children, so he imprisoned them deep beneath the earth. Gaia grew tired of this and created a huge sickle, which she gave to her son Kronos. Kronos waited for Uranus to return to lie next to his mother, then jumped out and cut off his father's genitals, which fell into the sea. He then released his fellow Titans from their prison, beginning the Age of the Titans. Cronus married Rhea, one of the Titans, and they had many children, most of whom were major gods. However, Cronus feared a prophecy that said his children would overthrow him, so he swallowed them whole as soon as they were born. Rhea, in desperation, turned to Gaia for help. Gaia, taking pity on her, hid Zeus after his birth on Mount Ida in Crete when Cronus came to devour him. Rhea, using a clever trick, fed Cronus a stone instead of his son. Gaia then raised Zeus until he was strong enough to resist his father. The two Titans fought, and when Cronus was defeated, he was forced to free Zeus's siblings. Thus began the war between the gods and the Titans. The war lasted for 12 years until Zeus freed the Cyclopes and the 100-handed giants, who had been imprisoned by Cronus. The Cyclopes gave Zeus his thunderbolt, Poseidon his trident, and Hades his helmet of darkness. With these gifts, Zeus tipped the scales in his favor. The defeated Titans were thrown into Tartarus, the deepest prison of the underworld, and thus began the reign of the gods. Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades decided to divide the world between them. They cast lots to determine who would rule the world. Zeus got the sky, Poseidon the sea, and Hades the underworld. Zeus, as king of the gods, ruled from Mount Olympus, the home of the immortals. He often used his symbols, lightning and the eagle, to warn or encourage people. Zeus could control all weather, from lightning to snow. He also protected homes and strangers. A bad owner could lead to serious consequences. Zeus married his sister Hera, and they had children, including Ares and Hephaestus. He was also known for his many affairs with other goddesses, such as Athena, Hermes, Apollo, Artemis, and Persephone. He also had many relationships with mortal women, from whom he created the gods Dionysus and Perseus, as well as other heroes such as Hercules. Most of these people suffered the wrath of Hera, the goddess of jealousy. Poseidon, one of the most powerful gods, ruled the sea and caused earthquakes. He was also the god of horses, which were highly prized in ancient society. Poseidon had a palace on Mount Olympus, but spent most of his time in a grander palace underwater. Sailors had to pray to him and make sacrifices to him, or risk dying a painful death at sea. It was unwise to anger Poseidon, as he could be very vengeful and punish cruelly. In the story of Theseus and the Minotaur, King Minos ruled the island of Crete. Every year he sacrificed a bull to Poseidon, the god of the sea. However, one day he refused to allow the best bull, a massive white animal, to be sacrificed. Poseidon noticed this and, instead of punishing Minos directly, decided to attack his wife. He made her fall in love with the bull, resulting in the birth of a half-man, half-bull monster named the Minotaur. Hades, the eldest of the brothers, ruled the underworld, where the spirits of the dead dwell. He shared the throne with his wife Persephone and was considered the god of fertility. The underworld was guarded by various creatures, making it difficult for the dead to enter and nearly impossible for the living. The gate they passed through crossed the deadly river Styx. To enter, they had to obtain permission to pass from the moi, ferryman Charon. He demanded a fee, so Greek burials often involved placing coins on the eyes of the deceased. If the soul did not have enough coins, it was destined to remain forever on the banks of the Styx. Beyond Charon's domain was Cerberus, the legendary three-headed dog who guarded the gates of the underworld. Eventually, the soul would be taken to the judges of the underworld, who would decide its fate. It could be sent to Elysium, the peaceful realm of heroes, demigods, and good mortals, or to Tartarus, the place of punishment. Asphodel Meadows is a place for ordinary people who have done nothing significant in life, neither good nor evil. Tartarus, which is similar to hell, contains not only titans, but also criminals who have offended the gods and are subjected to eternal torture. Hera, the sister and wife of Zeus, the queen of the gods, was the patroness of marriage and women, and was highly respected in Greek society. She is one of the most vengeful and spiteful of the deities, punishing women who betrayed her by having intercourse with their husband or any of his children. When Leto became pregnant by Apollo and Artemis, Hera prevented her from giving birth. She also kept Io, one of Zeus's other lovers, in the form of a cow, and was protected by the 100-eyed Argos. The famous story of Hercules' jealous revenge is the story of a demigod's struggle. Hercules, the illegitimate son of Zeus, was a child when Hera, the goddess of marriage, sent snakes to kill him. However, the demigod overcame the creatures with his own strength, crushing them with his bare hands. Later, Hera drove Hercules mad by forcing him to kill his wife and children. This event led to Hercules beginning his 12 labors, which were set by Zeus to atone for his sins. Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war, had a unique birth. She was the daughter of Zeus and Metis, whom Zeus swallowed after receiving an omen that their child would take the throne. After this event, Zeus suffered a severe headache and asked his immortal friend for help. He asked the immortal to split his head open with an axe, believing that this would ease the pain. Athena was born from Zeus's forehead, springing out in full battle gear and shouting a battle cry. She was prone to heroic deeds, coming to the aid of heroes such as Perseus and Heracles. Her favorite hero was Odysseus, whom she zealously protected so that he could return home safely. Athena was greatly revered in Athens, which was named after her. She and Poseidon competed for the honor of naming the city. They both tried to give Athens the best gift possible. Poseidon struck the ground with his trident, causing a torrent of water to rise. Athena, on the other hand, pushed the earth and grew the first olive tree. The gods declared Athena the winner and named the city after her. Athena also became one of the most revered virgin goddesses, and a temple on the Athenian Acropolis was named the Parthenon in her honor. The name comes from the Greek word Parthenos,